Hello and welcome. Happy Monday, everybody. I trust you all had a good weekend. Welcome to this Monday edition then of Time Out Overtime on this, the one and only Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rick Arsenal. You know the drill. Please get down there in the corner if you haven't done so yet. If you're watching live or whatever at your own leisure, get down there in the corner and smash that like and subscribe button, will you please? Very much as I've said in the past, and I'll continue to say it. Please, ladies and gentlemen, do not be deceived. Do not be deceived by the word subscribe. You're not committing to anything here. Nothing. I think that scares a lot of people off. They're thinking it makes some kind of a monetary commitment when they see that word subscribe. No, you're not. Please don't be fooled by that. Being a subscriber means you only get notified, like right now, I'm doing this live. Okay, you can watch it live on your phone or at your own leisure later on. Nothing involved, monetary, no money involved, monetary commitment, nothing. What we do here is all free. Not too many things are free anymore, but the cost of living is skyrocketing now. By the way, school starts tomorrow. Okay, so if you have to be out and about in the early morning hours of dawn, watch out for school kids, please. Remember to stop for red flashing lights, either behind or in front of school buses when those lights are on. Yeah, so please pay attention to that. And I don't know. I doubt very much if Congress will pass the bill which would make daylight savings time permanent, because those people can't agree on anything. So anyway, watch out for the school kids tomorrow, please. School buses to stay alert. And yeah, around here locally, I know different schools might be starting somewhere between now and Labor Day, but locally here in Hillsdale County, the kids are back tomorrow. Okay, watch for that. Word to the wise, you know what they say. Just on the headlines, the NFL has modified the red flag challenge rule. We'll take a look at that. Associated Press has come out with their first top 25 college poll with the start of Division I play now just a couple of weeks away. Michigan State has a new athletic director. And yeah, so pardon me, I got sidetracked. Tigers had a very disappointing weekend here against the White Sox. They got swept. I think they scored enough runs to win all three games, but the starting pitching was a huge disappointment. A huge disappointment. Job and Melton and even Anderson yesterday. Bullpen. No, White Sox had a lot of home runs, and they're 5.5 games behind the White Sox now. Incredibly, the American League is so bad that they're still just a game out of a final wild card spot. They got Framber Valdez going tonight in Pittsburgh. We'll see what we, the good thing about Framber is, right from the get-go, right from that first inning, if he's going to be any good that day or that night at all. So normally what this Mr. Valdez does in the first inning pretty much dictates the way his night is going to go. So they can sure use a win tonight. I'll tell you that. They're back to 4 games under 500 again. What are they? 16-64. Game behind Baltimore for that final wild card spot. Disappointing. It was a bitterly disappointing weekend. And like I said, I think they scored enough runs. Look, let's get real here with the Tigers, shall we? Talking about playoffs and such and such. There's still 4 games under 500, and I'm not. If I were you, I wouldn't really get too involved in this. until, well, nobody looks in the paper anymore. Does anybody read the paper anymore? Not with your phones. You can read everything you need to see on your phone. I was going to say, until I looked in the paper or look on my phone and I can see that the Tigers have a winning record, I'm not going to take them too seriously or consider them to be a playoff contender. You've got to have a winning record. I know they got within one game of 500, grabbed that last step on the ladder and fell back down again. You know, disappointing. Let's see what happens at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh for 3 and Kansas City for 3. The Tigers haven't been playing very well at home. You know, they had the 6-game series here with Cleveland and Chicago. They were what, 2-4, and the series before that, the 7-game series at home against Kansas City and Baltimore, they were 2-5. They're not playing well at home. Recently, I'd say in the last 6 weeks, they've been playing a lot better on the road than they have at home. Why is that? Well, I don't know. I can't give you a viable or plausible explanation why. So let's hope that now that they're back on the road again, it's a 6-game road trip. They got to go at least 4-2. If they go 4-2, they come back home, they'll still be 2 games under 500. But sooner or later here, let's get real here too. Sooner or later here, you're talking about them trying to get back in it and gain some respectability, get a winning record. The only way they're going to get over that hurdle and achieve a winning record is they're going to have to sweep somebody. Now, I was kind of hoping that was going to happen this weekend, but instead of being the sweepers, they were the sweepies. You know, you can't afford to get swept in any series from here on in. But they did, and it hurts. I think I don't know, too. A disappointing thing, too. The White Sox came into the series with a 25-34 road record. They've been much better at home than they have been on the road. And the last time they were in here, the Tigers swept them in a 3-game series. I don't know. A lot of this stuff, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot give you a viable answer as to why. I just don't know. And Red Wings training camp, September 17th through the 20th at Joe Louis Arena. Dylan Larkin is still a Red Wing. You hear nothing from them. You don't hear anything about if they're interviewing any general manager candidates. Absolutely nothing. Okay? The only thing you hear about the Red Wings now is advertisements on the radio that single game season tickets are now on sale. That's all you hear from the Red Wings. Now they have a general manager. They got their best player that wanted to be traded. Watch out. I've never seen such a dumpster fire than the Detroit Red Wings. It is so sad. An original 6 team. Can you lay a lot of this on the owner? I think you can. Chris Ilitch, boy, you can't say he's a chip off the old block because he's nothing like his old man. And this guy is, you never hear from him. You don't see him anywhere. What does he do all day? Really? I'm losing my camera here. Not venting. What does Chris Ilitch do all day? Anybody know? I don't know. Where is he? Has anyone seen Chris Ilitch lately? I think maybe maybe we should put Chris Ilitch's picture on the side of a milk carton to report that he's missing. How about if we did that? I'm all for that. Let's put Chris Ilitch's, the owner of the Tigers, the Red Wings, let's put his picture on the side of a milk carton and say that, have you seen this individual? He's missing. Notify the authorities if you see him. Ay, 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 ay. Ah. Finish Line Family Restaurant on Carlton Road in Hillsdale. Okay, directly across the street from Aeroswift Printing. The best doggone sit-down restaurant in our area. Nobody comes close. Proudly serving our community for more than 4 decades, 40 years. Finish Line Family Restaurant on Carlton Road in Hillsdale. Nobody does it better. Hours of operation, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. They will be open Thursday and Friday night until 8 o'clock through Labor Day. And once Labor Day gets here, they'll be closing Thursday nights again. They'll be open Friday night. Friday night till 8 is all you can eat fish. Thursday, classic car drive-in. A lot of great new menu items. I've had them all. They're pretty good. Reasonably priced. Award-winning breakfast served all day. Fast, friendly service. Great family atmosphere. Nobody does it better than the Finish Line Family Restaurant at Carlton Road in Hillsdale. Okay. You see a lot of the same people there for good reason, because they know what they're going to get. And they know when they fuel up for food at the Finish Line Family Restaurant at Carlton Road in Hillsdale, that they're always going to finish first. Okay. And I can make a promise to you that enjoyed a great meal and you go up there and pay your bill, you're going to walk feeling fully satisfied with a big smile on your face. Okay. All right. So better see you all there. Okay. Get up there. We're also brought to you in part by Barrett Insurance in Jonesville. So, seniors, have you got your playbook ready for Medicare? Don't let healthcare costs mix you. We're calling an audible with Joe Rudin at Barrett Insurance to help you navigate Medicare and health insurance. Okay, so whether you're aging into Medicare, you're in a special enrollment period, or you're just simply losing other coverage, Joe's got the stats and the know-how to help you score the best coverage for your needs. Again, nobody does it better. Plus, you get a game plan for retirement healthcare costs. Okay, now what about businesses? Don't get sacked. Joe's got group health coverage options for you as well. Give Joe a call at 517-849-1000 or check him out at www.barrettins.com. That's all one word, 2 R's and 2 T's, barrettins.com. You find him on the corner of US 12 and M99 in downtown Jonesville. That's Joe Rudin Insurance, protecting your dreams. 517-849-1000. One more time, barrettins.com. That's Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. And of course, Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale for all your tech services. 37 Waldron Street, 517-610-5372. The only place around here to go for tech services, sales, service, repair, anything involving tech services. This is the only place to go because nobody does it better than these guys do. Tim Lindley and his staff at Quality PC are more than capable of resolving any technical dilemmas or issues that you may have. Okay. Whatever, computers, new or used, flat screen TV, mounting, programming setup. Maybe you're changing internet providers. You need that installed. Printers, new or used, anything at all. Just get in there and see them. I promise you, they'll take care of you. Good care of you. Okay? More than capable of resolving any issues you have. 517-610-5372. That's Quality PC, 37 Walden Street in downtown Hillsdale. You get in there and tell them Brick and Mickey sent you. Thank you very much. Lions getting set to play their only home game at Ford Field in the preseason this Saturday at noon against the Washington Commanders. They're 2.5-point favorites, by the way. I just thought I'd tell you that. Nobody asked me why Las Vegas makes book on these games. And the only thing I can tell them is because people are betting. It took the Lions in the 6.5 last week. You're a winner. Okay. Over the weekend, the Lions had several players returning to practice. Among them was Sione Vaki, running back Sione Vaki, who suffered a broken nose a couple of weeks ago in practice. He's okay now. Running back, but Dan Campbell has also referred to Sione Vaki as probably their best special teams player. Derek Moore, the edge out of Michigan, had a groin issue when camp opened up. He's back now practicing. Well, by the way, we hope to see a lot of these guys on Saturday against Washington. I haven't seen Derek Moore play yet. I'm looking forward to watching him on Saturday. Malcolm Rodriguez is back. I think he had a groin, or was it a hammy? I think it was a hammy. I mean, he's back practicing, as well as CB DJ Reed. Quarterback DJ Reed returned to practice. I think that Reed, along with Rock Ya-Sin, will be your starting CBs for the Lions this year. Juice Scruggs, the offensive guard / center that they got from the Texans in the David Montgomery trade. Dennis Rakestraw, who suffered a bruised shoulder, is back. I didn't think Dan Campbell thought he played okay before he got hurt Thursday. I did not. I didn't see anything special there. And the Bengals were picking on him before he got hurt. Juice Scruggs is back. And look, Juice Scruggs, I thought, was when the dust settled, so to speak. When the dust settled, I thought Juice Scruggs was going to get the starting job at left guard. See, this is where this injury to center Cade Mays comes into play here. With Mays out, he's going to miss the first 4 or 5 games of the regular season. So with Cade Mays out, I think you're going to see Juice Scruggs move over to center. And now you've got you've got a void at left guard, because I didn't from either Miles Frazier or Christian Mahogany Thursday night. Maybe they'll look better this Saturday, but that's concerning. That's concerning to me, along with this secondary. Looking forward to seeing more of Keith Abney, the rookie out of Arizona State. I thought he played well Thursday night. Apparently in practice yesterday and today, both the Lions were sliding right guard Tate Ratledge over there to play center. But they tried that last year for just a few days and didn't think it was going to work out, so they put him back at right guard. Let's hope they get this. I mean, Campbell has said once the season starts, they will have the best 5 guys out there on that line. And I'm sure they will. But yeah, I thought McLaughlin, the second-year center out of Ohio State, I thought he did okay. I thought he did all right. I thought Blake Miller did darn well at right tackle. Center, we'll see. I am concerned about center and left guard right now. That's a concern to me. I guess the only good thing is the Lions are playing an easy schedule for first 5 or 6 games. But center is a definite concern, as well as the secondary. Well, that's where we're at right now. Anyway, Dan Campbell mentioned today. I want to quickly, I spent too much time, quickly go over these There's only the modification, if you will, as far as the Rule 15 goes in the NFL. NFL Rule 15, allowing head coaches to throw the red flag, challenge a play, and they go replay rule, which has been in effect since I didn't know it's been this long, since 1999. 1999, the 27 years now that the NFL has had replay. Does it seem that long to you? Anyway, the NFL modified Rule 15. Let me explain this. Modified Rule 15, allowing a head coach to officially designate an assistant coach or staff member. Staff member. What it says. Allowing a head coach, NFL Rule 15, allowing a head coach to officially designate an assistant coach or staff member pregame to physically throw the red challenge flag onto the field. Previously, since 1999, only the head coach had the authority to toss that flag out there. That's been changed. Designation requirement. The head coach must formally notify the official crew before the game starts if they plan to use a pregame challenge designee. Designee, that's right. Designee, I never heard that word before. In other words, they've got to let they've got to let the officiating crew know before the game starts if they plan to use someone else to throw the red flag. Okay, they're designating someone else to do that. They've got to let them know before the game starts. They do have a meeting. Both head coaches have a meeting with the officiating crew, before the game starts. Okay, and in that meeting, they have to let them know that, hey, this guy, and they have to tell them who it is. This guy, I'm not the one to throw the red flag out today. It's this coach over here. He's going to throw the flag. They got to let the officiating crew know before the game starts. Okay. On the fly restrictions, teams cannot assign this duty spontaneously during a game. Can't do it during the game. This all has to be predetermined before the game starts. Mid-game, only pre-registered person holds this physical responsibility. In other words, you can't decide in the middle of the game who's going to throw the red flag out. But that's too much chaos. The officials have to know before the kickoff who on that sideline is going to be throwing the red flag. Is it the head coach or one of an assistant, or maybe even a staff member? They have to know ahead of time before the game starts who's going to throw the flag. The head coach still drives the actual decision-making process and retains ultimate accountability, while the designee, am I saying that right? I guess I am. Merely handles the physical act of throwing the flag if requested. Oh, Dan Campbell was asked about that today at his press conference, and has already said that ain't happening here. You will not see a designee, however you want to say it. There will not be anyone else throwing that red flag during a game other than Dan Campbell. He made that perfectly clear this morning. He's the guy. He's still the guy that's going to be throwing that flag out there. Okay. Nobody else but Dan Campbell. And it'll be interesting to see how many head coaches take advantage of this rule change. I don't think you're going to see too many. Why they would do this rule makes no sense. Why would they do this anyway? I don't get it. I don't understand. Dan Campbell made it perfectly clear this morning. He's still the guy that's going to be throwing the flag out there. Okay. Do we have time? We got a few minutes here. I want to just quickly go over the Associated Press Top 25 football poll. The first one of the season. And let's quickly look at this if we can and go over this. Uh, well, maybe we won't. Yeah, here we go. Okay, quickly, let's go through this. Ohio State, number one. Oregon, two. Georgia, third. Notre Dame, four. Texas, five. And again, the season hasn't even started yet. So this is merely a conjecture. This is merely a conjecture, if you will, on the part of Associated Press. It really means nothing because they haven't even played a game yet. They do this every year. This is a preseason top 25 poll. As I said, Ohio State number one, Georgia two, Oregon two. I'm sorry, Oregon two, Georgia third, Notre Dame four, Texas five, Indiana six, Miami seven, Texas A&M eight, Ole Miss nine, Oklahoma 10, LSU 11, Texas Tech 12, Alabama 13, BYU 14, Southern Cal. Well, they're both 14. Okay, they're tied for 14. Michigan at 16, Washington 17, Penn State 18, SMU 19, Tennessee 20, Utah 21, Iowa 22, Houston 23, Louisville 24, and Missouri 25 round out the top 25, the initial top 25 college football poll for this season. Let me just see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so in the top 25, then you've got 8 Big Ten teams in that top 25. Michigan then has Ohio State, Oregon, and Indiana ahead of them in that poll. So Michigan would be the fourth. And to me, that's a little surprising that they're actually ahead of Penn State in that poll, but that they are. They would be the fourth Big Ten team in that poll right now. Be here before you know it. I didn't have time to get into MSU's new athletic director. We'll do that on Wednesday. I got too carried away here. They have a new athletic director, formerly from Western Michigan. Okay, we'll talk more about that on Wednesday. I don't have time to delve into that now, but that'll do it. We'll talk to you all again then on Wednesday. Don't forget every Saturday morning here locally. WCSR 92.1 FM, the Time Out Show with Andy and Jed from 9 to 10, where we discuss a lot going on too. Give them a listen too, because it's this time of year that Andy brings a lot of the surrounding area high school coaches and players in for interviews the first half of the show, and that's always good to listen to too. You get to be that time of year too. So what they're going to be doing Friday night football on WCSR, the high school football game of the week. And Michigan gets underway on 2 weeks from Saturday, 7:30 against Western on NBC, and the Big Ten Network. Night before that, Michigan State kicks off from Spartan Stadium. They're playing Toledo Rockets. So hey, it'll be here before you know it. And now if we can just get it to cool off and get this heat and humidity out of here. I don't know about you, but I've had enough. That's going to do it. Until Wednesday, thanks so much for watching and listening. I appreciate your patronage. Tell your friends. We got to get more subscribers, okay? Let them know the next subscriber to my podcast will be the winner. And if you already subscribed, you can tell them what they're going to win, okay? Remember, please treat each other with respect. So until Wednesday, I'll simply say, have a very pleasant good evening. And so long, everybody.